Hello and welcome back, guys. This is Nick Town for Gen Z. आज 3 साढ़े 3 बजे हम रेडी है एक लेट नाइट स्ट्रीम के लिए, और वो भी हम जियोपॉलिटिक्स पे ही करेंगे, टू बी ऑनेस्ट। अभी का टाइम है, कुछ नए अपडेट्स आ गए हैं, जैसे कि वॉर चालू हो गई है वापस से, ईरान इजराइल का सीज फायर और वो सब जो है, वो सब अभी चालू हो गया है। उसकी भी हम स्नीक पीक करेंगे। थोड़ा ट्विटर पे या टेलीग्राम पे भी हम देखेंगे, एक्स पे, कि क्या नए अपडेट्स है, ओपन सोर्स इंटेलिजेंसेस क्या कहते हैं, किस तरह के डेवलपमेंट्स है जो ईरान के तरफ से एडवांसमेंट हो रहे हैं, यूएस के कौन से एयर स्ट्राइक्स अभी चालू है, वो सब हम डिटेल में आज देखेंगे गाइस। तो साथ में जुड़े रहे। सबसे पहले तो हम एक वीडियो पे जो है वो रिएक्ट करने वाले हैं। लेट मी पुल दैट आउट। लेकिन आप लोग गाइस शेयर और सब्सक्राइब करना मत भूलिएगा। A9 न्यूज़ की तरफ से ये वीडियो है, उसको शेयर और सब करना बिल्कुल मत भूलिएगा गाइस। तो आज का वीडियो है हिंदू टेरर ओरिजिन 26/11 अटैक्स। तो वीडियो में ये जो आप देख रहे हैं वो आरबीएस मनी साहब है। उन्होंने काफ़ी जो है इंडियन ब्यूरोक्रेसी में, जब अटैक्स हो रहे थे तब के उस टाइम पे होम मिनिस्ट्री में बहुत ही एक्टिव वो सेक्रेटरी के तौर पे थे। बुक्स भी लिख चुके हैं कुछ। तो अगर आपको ये पॉडकास्ट उनका अच्छा लगता है तो आप शेयर इन सब कर सकते हो उसको। आरबीएस मनी साहब जो है वो यहाँ दिख रहा है, नीचे लिखा हुआ। वो काफ़ी, उनका जो एक्सपीरियंस बहुत है इस फील्ड में, और कुछ जो इनसाइड इंफॉर्मेशन है उस टाइम के इन्वेस्टिगेशंस के पीएम को लेकर, और जो उनके ऊपर जो भी कॉन्स्पिरसीज तो नहीं कह सकते, इट ऑल हैज बीन प्रूवन इन द कोर्ट राइट नाउ, कि हाँ, उस टाइम के जो प्रेजेंट गुजरात सीएम थे मोदी जी और अमित शाह जी, उन के अगेंस्ट भी जो कॉन्स्पिरसी, एलिजिड भी नहीं, प्रूवन कॉन्स्पिरसी जो है, वो सब का डिटेल्स आपको मिलेगा इसमें, ये पॉडकास्ट में। तो पूरा पॉडकास्ट तो आप देख ही सकते हो। प्लस हम जो मेन चीज़ है पॉडकास्ट की, उस पे हम रिएक्ट करेंगे। उसके बाद थोड़ा इंटरनेशनल जियोपॉलिटिक्स में भी हम रिएक्ट करते हैं गाइस। लेट्स सी।
IB at the intelligence, RNW at the intelligence, and still, because of your inaction, we are not. Everybody is saying that it's an intelligence failure.
It's a very disturbing thing that we still don't have closure on 26/11, and it was something, it was not you're saying it wasn't as it what appears, that just an
Certainly,
ISI.
certainly, it's not what appeared. Certainly not what it appeared. Lot of inputs were there. I referred about Domaria Ganj. if you connect the dots of those times, the Domaria Ganj, that fake currency heist was one of the ways of funding the 2611.
Let me take you to the Ishra Jahan encounter case. Explain to me your role at that time, and you've spoken in great detail also um, with on that case. So explain to me, especially when that whole thing about when that interrogation takes place of yours.
See, basically what happened is 6th August is my first affidavit, which was cleared by P. Chidambaram, the Home Minister. Then he goes to US, somebody incidentally when Jainarayan was the Home Minister of Gujarat had shown my affidavit in the TV and all that. Then Chidambaram comes back, he snatches the file from the Joint Secretary and said, and that file remained there with him, he never returned it. Drafts an affidavit, says, I have drafted an affidavit, ask the Undersecretary to go and file it. So when I said, as per conduct rules, it is an order, do it. I said, do it, fine.
The second affidavit.
Second affidavit. So I went and did
So
it.
what in the first affidavit? What
I
did you
had
write?
said very clearly that she had come to kill, my seniors had changed it to kill several political functionaries, political leaders. But in my own original, if I recollect, it was basically Narendra Modi ji and Amit Shah were the targets.
So you specifically mentioned
And
that the Chief Minister of Gujarat and the Home Minister of Gujarat were the targets for Ishrat Jahan, who was an LET operative.
Right.
Right?
That was changed by some seniors.
हाँ.
कि इतना specific मत लिखो. Leading political personalities of Gujarat के लिखा था.
हाँ.
The first affidavit says
In
that.
Home Ministry.
Home Ministry. No, I have no objection for that. No problem.
You based it on investigations done by the
IB. IB and other material which is available in the.
And very meticulous investigation.
Very meticulous investigation.
So you 100% believed the investigation that she was an LET operator.
Perfectly right.
David Headley also in his to NIA said that.
Earlier to that, there was a legal attaché, Daniel Clegg, in US Embassy. He had also confirmed about it. That she was the ISA.
How would he know?
He had the US Embassy had also confirmed this. How, what was the source, we do not know.
Okay.
So they had also said that Musabbal Bhatt was interrogated in some other context and there it was convinced that they had come to kill.
Muzammar Bhatt was in the US.
Yeah.
So during interrogation, David Headley and Muzammar Bhatt both had said that she is. But David Headley then changed.
Changed, right.
So did Chidambaram, saying that signature is not his.
No, he did not say that. He said I only made editorial changes.
But he did say that even if I had signed it, first he said it's not his signature. Then he said, even if I had signed it, then he said that there were editorial changes that were made. Now, explain to me that when it was, what was the doubt in it that the second affidavit was changed? Why?
I do not know what was this, and I do not. In several years in Government of India, we have never filed what is quote unquote called an additional affidavit in any case. Generally, supplementary affidavits are filed when some new points are introduced, some new facts are found. Here, no new facts. See, there were no input to find new facts. We had nothing else except
the court didn't tell you because the first affidavit you submitted in court.
On the basis of court's direction. High Court gave direction that Union of India should file an affidavit, we signed it. Court did not sign anything like that. It is Chidambaram's suo motu decision. It was drafted by 3 top legal luminaries in the Chidambaram's room. It was told find out whether Attorney General is not there. We found out and said he was in London at the time. So go and file. Home Secretary gave the file, only the affidavit to me. I went and filed it on 29th of.
Your signature is not there on that affidavit? Second affidavit?
It's there. Both it is mine.
Okay.
Both.
Who would have signed in the second affidavit now?
No, see, basically the order came directly from only Chidambaram. Second affidavit, even the file was not shown.
Who's the Home Secretary by now?
That time Mr. G.K. Pillai was there. Okay. He has also come out and said that the second affidavit was done, was decided at the, drafted and decided at a political level. It's on open record. No officers were, all the officers did not agree to second affidavit. It was Chidambaram who decided at a political level. He has come out on record.
G.K. Pillai has twice said this. Once was on this and once on the Hindu terror. In both the cases, G.K. Pillai has stepped out of the comfort level of a Home Secretary,
Yeah, right.
and stood by you in what you have said.
Right, right. And that is where the second affidavit was filed. Then what happened was somehow on the 1st June, December 2011, an SIT was appointed by the Gujarat High Court. Under what law, under what is the provision, we do not know. Of course, the people, I'm not alluding to anything, but many people told me that, oh, the judge, presiding judge who had given the order has got some Congress connection, daughter of a chief minister of Himachal Pradesh and all that. I am not believing that it was a meritorious decision. That's what I believe. But ironically in that, Mr. Satish Verma was accepted as the police officer who would help the petitioners, Shamima Kosar and Gopalakrishna Pillai, the father of Javed Mohammad Sheikh and Ishrat Jahan.
Yes, so Javed's earlier name was
Pranesh Pillai.
Pranesh Pillai, converted. So his father is still a Pillai.
And Shamima Kosar is the mother of Ishrat Jahan. Their representative, Mr. Satish Verma, will take over.
I'm really enjoying having fun here.
I like the environment here because everyone is so artistic and they are themselves here. The course is a good mix.
He's the CBI guy.
No, he was not. He was a
He's
Gujarat cadre officer.
Gujarat
But
cadre.
what happened was he threw out all the CBI special SIT nominees as per his own version to me. And not only that, it's a matter of fact. Karnail Singh did not continue. Some few others did not continue. Three months, 4 months. He used to fight with them, abuse them. And ultimately, when R.R. Verma, he found friendship with him, and they both. In the meantime, the interrogation, I was called in to depose for questioning. I said, "क्या चाहिए आपको?" मैंने कहा, कहता इसको चेंज करो. मैंने कहा, I cannot change it. It is there, written affidavit है.
So you're in a room.
I was in a room.
Explain to me how this worked. This is like an interrogation going
No,
on.
this was an
What is
interrogation.
your crime?
No crime. See, next room, the people took that Aapka Naam, and that sent me, put me like you are thrown to the wolves. Satish Sharma was sitting there and smoking. So I said, मेरे को ये थोड़ा दिक्कत होता है. तो कहता नहीं, सिगरेट नहीं पेगा, देखना तुम्हारा सिगरेट से ही मारूंगा. I said, go get lost. I said, ultimately what happened was he continued harassing for the initial stages were okay. From 12 noon to around 2:30, 3 o'clock, it was okay.
What was he saying, asking you to do?
इसको चेंज कर दो
क्या
भाई.
change करना चाहते थे?
इसको तुम सिर्फ आज नरेशन चेंज कर दो कि ये एनकाउंटर था.
सोहराबुद्दीन का.
नहीं,
इशरत
जान का. मैंने कहा, इनकाउंटर नहीं था, ये क्रॉस फायर था. आई गेव द नेम क्रॉस फायर. कहता क्रॉस फायर क्या होता है? मैंने कहा, देखो आप उधर सारा पेपर देखो, फॉरेंसिक देखो, ये रिपोर्ट देखो. I referred to the report saying that they fired first. From the first shot came from the blue Indica. अरे यार, I'm a police officer. You are trying to पता नहीं करते 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 he got agitated. गाली गलौच में शुरू हुआ.
So these chaps, that Javed and Ishrat Jahan in this blue Indica.
Plus two more.
Plus two. who were Pakistanis.
who are Pakistanis. Amjad Rana and Zishan Johar. They were Pakistanis illegally living in India. So they were, मैंने कहा था वो बाकी पाकिस्तानी क्या कर रहे थे उसका तुमने क्या लेना देना, मैंने कहा जी लेना देना है कि पाकिस्तानी बोलेगा. So that is the way.
And the cops are behind.
Cops are, no, cops, see, at around 8:30 their car broke down in Surat. Around 9:30 they got that car repaired, had some meals somewhere, khana wana kha ke. 10 o'clock they must have 270.
She's made a call also to her mother in that.
Right. 270 kilometers from around 10 o'clock they leave. Around 3 or 3:30 in the morning, that was normal time. They are confronted outside the Ahmedabad, the outskirts of Ahmedabad. So after seeing so many police, somebody from the back seat of the car, either Jishan Jura
Or the Pakis.
or the Pakis, one of them must have fired. I do not know who is that. So as soon as the police also started countering that in self-defense. Self-defense, PM's defense, Home Minister's defense, all defenses.
Yeah,
It was all defenses.
correct.
Then it happened that they started firing, these people started firing, and ultimately it got knocked off. And she was killed. And this is the true story. Crossfire, it happened. But what was pushed through was encounter. Some people originally it was because by that time the UPA had come. Because it happened on 15 June 2004, UPA had come, and they were looking for everything to disrupt Modi from becoming anything, even as a chief minister of Gujarat. So they started persecuting. Even Sohrabuddin case, it never came to us. Otherwise, maybe I would have known more about it. But Sohrabuddin was not a paragon of virtue. He was also an arms trafficker and all that. Similarly, here she was a terrorist, a proper Fidain Lashkar-e-Toiba. And in 2000...
Wait, let's come back to that interrogation. So he's smoking and he tells you, change it.
Right.
How long did you keep resisting and saying no?
From 12 noon to around 2:30.
Then what did he do?
He got up and started abusing. Then at around 3:15, 3:30, he put his cigarette here.
On your thigh?
On my thigh. कहता देखते रहना. मैंने कहा जी I'm being very reserved.
It burned through your pants?
It burned through my pant. Minor communications in the skin because the packet pouch comes in between.
You are not trained in any manner. You're a government servant. You are not trained to take...
Tired of overpriced, underpowered hosting? At InterServer, our cloud VPS plans are built for
any kind of atrocity like this, any kind of third degree method. At that moment, what would have taken to crack you? What did he think he could crack you?
I will be very forthright. What was told to me by a back-end officer of the CBI, he kept on saying, he was a Tamilian, that back-end officer of the कहता है ये मद्रासी है टूटेगा. He has been telling it since morning when they were interacting. कहता है इसको मैं शीशे में उतारूंगा. And ultimately he kept on saying तुम इसको कर दे, मैंने प्रॉमिस किया है हमारे डायरेक्टर CBI को. I do not know. कहता मेरा फला he called him out some Babaji or something like that, whether some relative or something. I do not know what is the relative. कहता मेरा प्रॉमिस है कि मैं इन दोनों को अंदर करवाऊंगा.
किस दोनों को?
काली दाढ़ी और सफेद दाढ़ी was the words used by him.
काली दाढ़ी is?
काली दाढ़ी at that time was Amit Shah. सफेद दाढ़ी at that time was Narendra Modi.
Through your...
through using me. And he said he must be ये कोई सेंट्रल सेक्रेटेरिएट का ऑफिसर है ये.
तोड़ना आसान होगा.
तोड़ना आसान होगा और साला मद्रासी भी है. So ultimately at around 4 o'clock when I said, look, it has gone too much. Now, if I have to go behind the bars, I better go in a murder case. If I have to spend my time, I was very forthright. मैंने कहा देखो, you have provoked me too much. Although my wife will go to the Chief Justice residence with my at least a team of lawyers. That's a separate story. But if you still want me to put me behind the bar, do it on a murder case. कहता है किसका कर दोगे मर्डर? मैंने कहा मैं आप ही का करूँगा, बाकी किसका कर लोगे? मैंने कहा दिल्ली यूनिवर्सिटी का बास्केटबॉलर हूँ मैं, अभी ताकत है। आई हैव बीन अ स्पोर्ट्समैन ऑल थ्रू माई लाइफ, अभी ताकत है, फिटनेस अभी भी रखता हूँ। कहता मेरा यू सी माई स्ट्रक्चर, दैट टाइम इवन दिस वॉज नॉट देयर। I used to do regular workouts. पता नहीं क्या सोचा उसने, कहा वो किसी को बुलाया, कहता है यार इसको जाके तुम एयरपोर्ट छोड़ दो। मैंने कहा जी होगा तो ऐसे ही होगा, नहीं तो आई विल नॉट। देन ही abandoned me, dropped me at the airport. At around 5:30 or so, I was dropped at the airport.
If they did this to you, I can well imagine what they must have done to Shrikant Purohit.
Yeah, certainly.
He could withstand it,
Because of his army background.
army background, but Sadhvi Pragya couldn't.
She couldn't, she lost her eyes, her limbs are crumbling and all that.
And this was all to say that there is something called Hindu terror.
Hindu terror. And not only that, Narendra Modi was the fit head of the Hindu terror narrative. He is killing Ishrat Jahans, he is killing Shurabuddins, that the entire...
So you think they have mapped Modi's career and they knew that, you know, he has this potential to become prime minister, or what was it? Did they not want... Who did they think that he is going to become? Because there are so many chief ministers.
This what happened to me was in June 2013. By that time, Modi's popularity had risen by many bounds. Nobody was coming closer to that. Not only Congress, other INDA or whatever, whether Mulayam Singh Yadav or Lalu Yadav or whomsoever it is. Nobody was near about that, and Modi was from the National Party. BJP was still a national party. Others were simply state level, RJD's district level party or whatever it is. So they could foresee it and they wanted to stop it.
And they also knew that Advani is not really making it at that stage.
2012 and all.
That's what. Advani has already lost the election. Vajpayee is too old. And so it's either Sushma Swaraj, Arun Jaitley or Modi. But
that part I do not know, but they were after the Modi and Amit Shah to be put behind the bars.
Because neither Sushma Swaraj nor Jaitley were really Hindutva leaders.
Right.
The only Hindutva leader at that stage was Narendra Modi.
Perfectly right. Perfectly right. And see, they simply went.
They could battle Sushma Swaraj or an Arun Jaitley, who were considered the other probables in the BJP.
Right.
Politically, they could have battled. Right. But Narendra Modi was the only other probably inheritor of Advani's Ayodhya movement and everything else.
Because he was the driver of that Sarathi of that Rath. In Ayodhya's vehicle, he had driven it. So that is the reason they found that Modi is the biggest challenge.
Huh.
See, at that time...
Had you met either Mr. Modi or Mr. Shah during this period? During that...
PhD और DBA दोनों में डॉक्टर टाइटल मिलता है, पर दोनों के ऑब्जेक्टिव्स अलग-अलग हैं. PhD 5
during that period.
No.
You had never met them.
I never met.
You never got a call or anything like that.
No.
They never knew what you were going through.
They knew.
Or they didn't speak to you about
it. They might have known because, incidentally, one more thing happened at that time. I was posted as LNDO, Land and Development Officer, and one resident commissioner from Gujarat wanted a land for Gujarat Garvi Bhavan. So,
in Delhi, that
in
is.
Delhi.
Huh.
So I called the surveyor. I called the surveyor and said, यार इनका अच्छा बढ़िया लगा दो. कहता उधर ले लो. मैंने कहा उधर नहीं चाहिए, तुम इधर दो ना. वो
चाणक्यपुरी.
मानसिंह रोड में।
Mansingh Road. Okay.
तो वो एक छोटा सा मैप लेके आया, कहता साहब ये कर दूं। तो मिस्टर भरतलाल वाज देयर, इट नथिंग टू डू विद दिस, भरतलाल वाज देयर। ये हो सकता है, मैंने कहा था हो तो सकता है, अब मुझे 10 चिट्ठियाँ लिखवा दो रूपानी से, या मैं तो आई कैन नॉट टेक ए डिसीजन ऑन दिस, तो पर 2-3 कांग्रेस एमपी से भी लिखवा दो, हो जाएगा। कहता दैट आई विल डू इट। तो दैट इज हाउ वी गॉट दैट गुजरात गरवी, दैट इज अ ब्यूटीफुल गेस्ट हाउस देयर, वीआईपी गेस्ट हाउस ऑफ गुजरात इन दी मानसिंह रोड, अकबर रोड, राइट ऑपोजिट टू AICC हेडक्वार्टर्स। हो गया। तो in that connection, somebody from the Gujarat Bhavan used to come and meet me. Then he said, मणि साहब न्यूज़पेपर में मैं क्या पढ़ रहा हूँ? मैंने कहा ये पढ़ रहा थे तो ठीक हुआ। Then he called me one day, कहता यार don't worry, I will be with you, I will inform the concerned people. So I'm sure he must have informed, Mr. Bharatlal must have informed the people in Gujarat government, Modi ji and Amit Shah ji, about this, my plight, what I have been going through. But I never, I said it, we will face it. But worst thing happened is December 2000. See, at that time, clear decision. See, in particular case, I had considered a law as an LND officer. I had taken a legal opinion on that. So I was asked to explain why I took a legal opinion to open out cases against me. Such flimsy grounds, certain vigilance cases were opened against me. But no matter, it were all closed. That's a different matter.
But you know that when that Bhavan came up, it was like, this is Jan ke, it has been done near the Congress office. Just
No,
to
it was never in my mind. See, I told the survey, I called the surveyor on Dogra or somebody. He came and कहा यार, कहता सर उधर ले लो ये वसंत विहार में। मैंने कहा वसंत विहार में नहीं देना। तो कहता सर इधर तो एक ही प्लॉट बचा है। So I said दे दो, आप बनाओ इनसे। I asked him to get letters from some members of parliament so that it becomes easy for me to buttress. Otherwise, on my own, I cannot suggest. They will say, what is your... They would have, it would have added fuel to fire.
So, you know, when another thing which you constantly mention in your interviews and in what you have written about also is the fake currency racket and how it funded terrorism in India. Could you give me a little bit of information on this?
Domariaganj is the biggest case on that. Domariaganj
Which you said, yeah, on the border,
See,
Nepal border.
Nepal border. Besides that, fake currency, see, I always say Madhukar Gupta ji was the best Home Secretary, but he was the most unlucky Home Secretary in the... in his tenure, because all bad things happened with him. But he was the person who wanted to take on fake currency by the neck. really he started working on it. Earlier, fake currency used to be discussed and all that. But during Madhukar Guptaji's time, we caught hold of a lot of fake currencies at several places, coming through border areas, coming through Nepal, Islamabad to Sri Lanka, and coming through coastal routes. So many ways. And he declared a war on fake currency. And fake currency also used to fund around 25 to 30% of the terror funding in India. 30% from drugs and 30% from fake currency and local, that was a major area where we cracked a lot. We did a lot of cracking with the help of Mr. The Chief General Manager Currency in Reserve Bank of India. My flight to Bombay every month was fixed. I used to carry the fake currency of the current year's seized, hand it over to him. Previous currencies reports, we used to get it, give it to the agencies for wherever criminal prosecution is required. Bombay itself had fake currency cases. In one of the cases, with the intelligence backed, we caught hold of a person.
Welcome to Asia's most advanced and India's leading top private university.
Thereafter, NIA was there. I was a witness in the case. I had issued prosecution sanction also. I had said the conviction happened in 2012 when I was in the Urban Development Ministry. Ravi Dhiren Kosh. And like that. And this fake currency, when the investigation, my interrogation was happening in the court, the same Mobin Solkar and the same set of lawyers who stand for the top terrorists convicted, they were also cross-examining me. The same people. It's not the fake currency, it was a different ball game. Some other set of lawyers would have come. But it was the same set of people who cross-examined me, and ultimately...
It's the same team you are saying,
Same team.
yeah?
The same team.
Who were the beneficiaries largely of this fake currency?
Fake currencies, actually how they used to fund is... Clean currencies were taken out, especially it used to go through even petrol pumps. This Payalur case of Kerala is one thing, ICICI Bank. So fake currency, Pakistan was the beneficiary directly. It was 43 to 100 was the ratio. 100 rupee note used to cost 43 rupees to print. And
which we are seeing in Durandhar, the movie, the whole fake currency.
whole fake currency. And Javed Khanini was the owner of the largest Indian fake currency printing press in Peshawar and Karachi. And after the...
There are two brothers in that, right?
Aftab Khanini was he was caught in... twin brother Aftab Khanini was arrested in Australia for printing fake currency of US. This gentleman was killed after demonetization, 4 weeks after demonetization.
Yeah.
Exactly 4 weeks after demonetization. They say he was found dead in suspicious circumstances. We can put 2 plus 2 is equal to 4. Because huge amount of money was to come into India, which was spoiled by our Prime Minister, that all that became trash, valueless trash. And again, like ISA always does, when it became useless for them, they don't pay. What was like Arif Kasmani's case, it was also a case where Javed Khani would not have been paid and he would have landed in trouble.
Yeah, but at least he squealed. Here we didn't know about it, right? Until the movie came out. Have you seen the film?
Yeah.
You've seen the film. That the illusion that somebody in government of India was allowing and the printing. Did you see that?
Yeah.
Do you agree with that?
It's only a small part
plates,
of it.
yes.
It's only a small bird's eye view.
Yeah.
There are other things, like for example, there was on Shiladitya Banerjee's committee's report how we should secure the thing and all, how it was thrown into dustbin.
How we should
There was
secure
a beautiful report by one officer called Shiladitya Banerjee about how to secure our security process. He was a finance ministry officer. And all of them were, we had also supported it because of security issue. Those things, how repeatedly the person who took the decision to sell the second-hand machinery to some XYZ or whatever it is, and how these fake currencies rebirth was planned. That could have been avoided had those security measures mentioned in one Sailaditya Banerjee committee's report,
When was this about?
2009.
2009.
That's the reason I said Mr. Madhukar Gupta ji had actually launched the war on fake currency, and it could have been many things could have
So
happened.
this file was trashed.
The report itself was not, nobody, it was a finance ministry report, but nobody, otherwise lot of things, the fake currency could not have even conceptualized. There were several ways of handling it.
But you're saying that in some interviews of yours I've seen, you said that there were politicians who in India who were very much hand in glove with who were beneficiaries of that.
Yes.
The petrol
yes.
pumps were owned by some politicians.
Many politicians, petrol pumps owned by politicians. A politician would handle fake currency and push it through in UP and others. The deal will happen in Maharashtra. All those, see, in Maharashtra there are few UP-based politicians who have become prominent. They would push it through. The petrol pumps owning, not only petrol pumps but by design.
And this thing, diplomatic bags also, you say.
Diplomatic. See, Shahid Malik was the High Commissioner of Pakistan. See, I remember.
Can we actually prove that God exists? Not just believe it, but know it.
After all this, Mr. Afta Serab, I'm forgetting his name. Afra Sayab. Afra Sayab or some name is there. He was a Deputy High Commissioner in Pakistan High Commission in Delhi. He had confirmed, Afra Sayab or something like that. He had, in fact, confessed somewhere, because he was being persecuted much later, that he had also confessed how fake currency was being peddled into this during Abdul Basit's time, or prior to that Shahid Malik's time. So they all confessed. And property dealers used to be handling fake currencies. About property dealers, there is a huge mafia. One lady councillor was there in Pakistan High Commission in India. She had a very, I'm not alluding to anything, even she was, during John Major's time in UK, she was declared non grata and sent back for whatever reasons. So she used to also coordinate fake currencies. Pakistan High Commissioner in Shantipat.
Abdul Basit.
Abdul Basit, she was
Shahid
councillor.
Malik. Councillor, okay.
Or I'm not taking the name deliberately. And property dealers, some select property dealers used to hold these farmhouse parties. There these fake currencies were dealt with and distribution networks were held. And that there many Home Ministry officers were also, or some important officers from the Government of India were also taken to that, drinking and all used to go. So that was also a part of the thing. So many things, it was all not.
And through Nepal it used to come in?
Nepal, through Sri Lanka. In fact, our friend, my boss, Madhukar Gupta ji had FCOD, he started a proposal to set up monitoring units in Bangkok, Indian Embassy, Indian High Commission Sri Lanka, Indian Embassy Nepal, etc. And lot of good things. It was curbed to a great extent. But the printing would go unabated because the political leadership, executive can do only as much as the politicians allow them to do. And the political leadership was not very, very earnest about, because they had their own pie in that. Many of them had, like the petrol pumps owned by politicians.
Where? In Jammu and Kashmir, right?
Even house cars, separatist leaders of Jammu hold the houses and petrol pumps in Delhi also.
In Delhi also.
There are 18 or 20 separatist leaders used to have properties which would put a good large-scale industrialist to shame.
Hurriyat leader.
That was also compiled and exposed by me. And later on, after I left Home Ministry, when the new government came, I shared it with one political person very close to me, Sheshadri Chariji. He took it up with the government. I only told them there is a report of mine lying there, gathering dust. Then 2017 May, there was a raid on all these places. It took of course they took 2-3 years to develop that and update it, because my report was 2010 based. And when I came to know that, see, it had grown 3 times in 7 years. That is a level of money. All the Hurriyat leaders, Jammu and Kashmir contractors, it's because Jammu and Kashmir, I always said that it was a contract. Contractors lobby, which was also importantly involved in that. During Manmohan Singh's time, 5,000, the deal will happen in Maharashtra. All those, in Maharashtra, there are few UP-based politicians who have become prominent. They would push it through. The petrol pumps owning, not only petrol pumps, but by design.
And this thing, diplomatic bags also, you say.
Diplomatic. See, Shahid Malik was the High Commissioner of Pakistan. See, I remember after all this, Mr. Afta Serab, I'm forgetting his name. Afra Sayab or some name is there. He was a Deputy High Commissioner in Pakistan High Commission in Delhi. He had confirmed, Afra Sayab or something like that. He had, in fact, confessed somewhere, because he was being persecuted much later, that he had also confessed how fake currency was being peddled into this during Abdul Basit's time, or prior to that Shahid Malik's time. So they've all confessed. And property dealers used to be handling fake currencies. About property dealers, there is a huge mafia. One lady councillor was there in Pakistan High Commission in India. She had a very, I'm not alluding to anything, even she was, during John Major's time in UK, she was declared non grata and sent back for whatever reasons. So she used to also coordinate fake currencies. Pakistan High Commissioner in Shantipat.
Abdul Basit.
Abdul Basit, she was councillor.
Councillor, okay.
Or I'm not taking the name deliberately. And property dealers, some select property dealers used to hold these farmhouse parties. There these fake currencies were dealt with and distribution networks were held. And there many Home Ministry officers were also, or some important officers from the Government of India were also taken to that, drinking and all used to go. So that was also a part of the thing. So many things, it was all not.
And through Nepal it used to come in?
Nepal, through Sri Lanka. In fact, our friend, my boss, Mundikar Gupta ji had FCOD, he started a proposal to set up monitoring units in Bangkok, Indian Embassy, Indian High Commission Sri Lanka, Indian Embassy Nepal, etc. And lot of good things. It was curbed to a great extent. But the printing would go unabated, because the political leadership, say, executive can do only as much as the politicians allow them to do. And the political leadership was not very, very earnest about, because they had their own pie in that. Many of them had that, like the petrol pumps owned by politicians.
Where? In Jammu and Kashmir, right?
Even house cars, separatist leaders of Jammu hold the houses and petrol pumps in Delhi also.
In Delhi also.
There are 18 or 20 separatist leaders used to have properties which would put a good large-scale industrialist to shame.
Hurriyat leader.
Hurriyat leader. That was also compiled and exposed by me. And later on, after I left Home Ministry, when the new government came, I shared it with one political person very close to me, Sheshadri Chariji. He took it up with the government. I only told them there is a report of mine lying there, gathering dust. Then 2017 May, there was a raid on all these places. It took of course they took 2-3 years to develop that and update it, because my report was 2010 based. And when I came to know that, see, it had grown 3 times in 7 years. That is the level of money. All the Hurriyat leaders, Jammu and Kashmir contractors, it's because Jammu and Kashmir, I always said that it was a contractors lobby which was also importantly involved in that. See, during Manmohan Singh's time, 5,500 crore package, then they will be quiet for some time. Then the next disturbance will start. 26,000 crores package. Then it will go into lull. Then the next disturbance will start. So I was studying this time. Then
There's a pattern to it.
No, it's not a pattern. Contractors, certain families of Kashmir, political families, and the separatist leaders used to share the booty. Now, Dalina to Singhpura in the Baramulla, Srinagar Baramulla highway, there is a place called Dalina. There is a road which goes. In every package, the road is supposed to have been constructed. But even today, the road is not existent. I do not know what is the status now. In Sopore area, in the
These are ghost roads.
Ghost roads.
It's just money being transferred from
and
it.
all.
And these are bank transfers also. J&K Bank was also involved in
J&K Bank was also CMD himself was involved in that. And like that, there are in Pahalgaon area, there is Pahalgaon to that Chandanbadi, or back this Anantnag to Pahalgaon roads. I don't know how many times they have been carpeted, but still it's not a very widening. There's no scope because the canals flowing on both sides.
So this is all basically money circulating fake currency. Okay.
All these packages are fake. And out of that money will also, after the government fund is there, the treasury bad money will drive good money out of the market. And fake currency will enter there also. Like that in Naxal areas also, that used to be very common. 11,000 crores annual budget was the Naxal. Now Naxal is abolished all over the world.
So basically, there was no way that India could have won the war against Naxalism or against Kashmiri separatism unless this fake currency rackets and the drugs racket had not been stopped, right?
That's a very major, there are very major points which had to be curbed. It had to be curbed, controlled. See, drugs, you must have seen the last few years, there is not much, but prior to that 2020, up to 23, 22, or prior to that, lot of drug busts used to happen, not just in coastal areas, but also in mainland of coming through several sources. So, and they were all for funding even though Manipur, the problem is there. Manipur only is the problem is there in northeast.
Yes.
Northeast, but other places it's all cleaned up because.
So there's no way that terrorism can function as a purely terror organization without the backing of this drug mafia and fake currency mafia.
See, finance is the lifeline of terrorism. So for where do the finance? You don't put legitimate money into this. If there is a legitimate money, there is something beyond that. Rangdari, sale of hides and skins in the Kurbani. In Kurbani, the meat is eaten, the hides and skins. If you see the Council of Leather Exports profile nowadays in the last 30 years back, the entire profile has changed, the membership profile. Because many of them have got into sale the hides and skins business, which is very lucrative, which is all unorganized. It's all informal sector, lot of money, both fake and true currencies. It's all cash-based thing, and there is no assessment of you cannot make a thumb rule assessment of if a goat is cut, how much hide and how much, what is the value of hide and skin which is recovered out of that. That's a very major source. It look very commensal for us, very commensal for us.
Yeah.
But
you're
it's
talking
huge money. It's huge money.
unorganized.
Unorganized.
And no documentation.
No
everything.
documentation. No documentation.
But also drugs.
Drugs
Pakistan,
also is unorganized.
Yeah. Pakistan's, with that, all the opium cultivation which is happening in Afghanistan, that.
स्वाति दादा आपका नंबर। अरे सर आप वापस आ गए? क्यों, घर पे मन नहीं लगता?
अरे क्या करूं यार, ये लीवर धोखा दे रहा है।
ओहो, अब तो आपका इंश्योरेंस भी खत्म हो गया है। क्या हॉस्पिटल का खर्चा भी आपको अपनी जेब से भरना पड़ेगा?
उसका कोई टेंशन नहीं है, मेरे पास आईसीआईसीआई लोम्बार्ड का एलिवेट हेल्थ प्लान है विद रिसेट बेनिफिट।
हाँ पता है, लास्ट टाइम भी लीवर ट्रीटमेंट के लिए ही तो एडमिट हुए थे, और वापस इसी ट्रीटमेंट के लिए आपको क्लेम कैसे मिलेगा?
मिलेगा, क्यों नहीं मिलेगा?
That root. Of that drug money is what goes into all the terror
funding. 30% of the terror funding, now it might have increased. Another 30% through this fake currencies. 30%, 25 to 30% through the sale of hides and skins in Kurbani, and normal sale of hides. In Indian, in the non-halal economy, it is washed away because we cut it in. But this was told by a Muslim gentleman to me. But in the halal, they harness the hides and skin because they cut it slowly. So they harness the hides and skin, and that's a huge profit for them. And absolutely undeclared profit. We do not know. Like husks in vegetable areas, this is something which they use it. And they use it for huge, all sorts of. And another 10 to 15% comes from the zakat and contributions from that. And now Honorable Minister has taken a very important direction to the Siliguri corridor people, that any religious institution or places of worship 50 kilometers from the border, because that is where the money was coming. I have flagged it in my book. Within Indo-Bangladesh border, both sides, Assam and Bangladesh, by Bengal, there huge foreign contributions come. Hardly, he has already tightened the FCRA.
Yeah.
That's a very wonderful decision. I had already written to him at least 2-3 times that when, even for a natural calamity like a flood in Kerala, we refused foreign collaboration. Why do you require foreign contribution for this? Well, it's all used for this. And many of the FCRAs are used for terror funding also, under the garb of whatever madrasa or education or whatever it is. Radicalization also happen and terror funding also happen, and sometimes it is very difficult to differentiate between the two. If in the madrasa, if arms training is given, like Al-Falah University or something, if some arms training
or storing of arms,
everything is done, it is terror funding.
Yes. Even if it's fertilizer, which is illegal.
Illegal. For example,
chemicals.
We were talking about Mumbai 2611. I'll just take you back there. You know, old timers in Mumbai remember that there used to be a chai ki tapuri. See, they sustained the attack for 3 days almost, 2.5 days.
Yeah.
2.5 days. That could have not been done with equipments carried on the pockets of these people. It required a real armory, huge amount of arms. And there used to be a tapuri outside Taj Hotel which vanished after 2008, this attack.
Oh, you're saying they could have stored it there.
I have spoken to many Mumbaikars. Kehta, how hota tha? Maine kaha, where is that? In fact, one of my translators of my book in Marathi, Arun Karmakar. He did check with me. He's not in Mumbai, he's from other part of Maharashtra. But he spoke to at least 20 people in Mumbai. He said, yes, there is to be chai ki tapri.
Huh.
That Irani type, small tapri, but that cutting chai tapri, that went, because that is where these things are. So similarly,
Some OGs are there.
Right.
OGWs, yeah.
So that time we do not even know. See, now it has come to Alfala University itself is a OG harnessing university, but other than this such huge university, even smaller
These sleeper
areas.
cells were there who were storing.
Right.
Right. No, there's a huge crackdown, and there was a political battle also about border fencing on the eastern side. On the western side, it's there, but on the western side, it's the drugs crackdown which is required
Now the challenge is, and in Punjab, it is sent with drones.
Yeah, that's what, drugs via drones. So you don't have to have a human carrier. So even if you have fencing, there are methods to break that.
Right. That is happening already in Amritsar. There have been, at least BSF has intercepted many drones carrying undesirable things. And in Malerkotla area, it happens very often.
Yeah. But also in Jammu and Kashmir, drugs has become a major issue.
It is a major issue.
Yeah.
It is a major issue because I do not understand why they have got used to this victimhood because of pampering over 75 years of this. Before 370 and even after 370, they have been pampered beyond the youth of Jammu and Kashmir. Honorable, this government has opened the Indian Institute of Corporate Technology branch there. Train them in hand theft carpeting, which is their speciality, which they don't do. Nowadays, they have stopped working. They are looking for doles. They are looking for, even in 2010 onwards, 150 rupees for one stone was to be thrown. Now, that has also stopped. Now, they are getting into drug peddling, drugs distribution and all that. This needs to be addressed very importantly. Similarly, Punjab is in the stranglehold of drugs. And it's a double whammy in the sense that drugs, conversion and all those things are, so many undesirable things are happening. And that also needs to be immediately curbed. And recently, the Nihang's aggression also is a matter of concern for that.
For all this, no.
अगर मैं आपको ये कहूँ कि लोगों के साथ बैठना, उनकी जिंदगियों के बारे में जानना और उन्हें आगे के लिए सही सलाह देना.
All I'm saying is that it seems that investigation, judicial reforms, and protection of officers, after this conversation, long conversation, protection of officers and that chain of command, to see that there is no political intervention of people who might have dubious intentions. That kind of firewalling should be done for investigating officers, right?
See, as far as I was there, I had a protection of a very able officer called L.C. Goyal, a joint secretary. Then I was mentioned about him. I respect him a lot. He was like a parent to us. He would say, "Oh, don't worry about it."
Very good man, yes.
Very good. Yeah? So he was a firewall. Although I had mentioned in my book that he was a person who would never laugh.
Yes, correct. Yes.
So, a fantastic officer. So, some people say, but people like L.C. Goyal are very rare. He was an outstanding officer, and individually he was very competent. He would guide you and all that. But the question is, how do we develop this type of officers? They are very rare.
Right.
So,
but when towards a concluding thing, I just want to ask about your personal experience. Looking back, would you Is there any decision that you would think back and say that I could have done this indifferently?
Not really. Yes, I have certain concerns I have in personal. Say, for example, Bent Singh assassination case. I am the only Government of India witness.
Oh.
I am the only government. The hearing was held in a Chandigarh jail, and I am the only Government of India witness. And the judge asked me certain questions which keep on agitating me. Because I was carrying a T branch file which even I am not authorized to see. I showed it before him, and I'm just sharing it with you. I showed it before him, and he said, if it is not a terrorist case, why do you bring this? I said, I'm not supposed to read it, so you take a decision. So he started speaking in Punjabi. कहता तुसी फिर इसके कदम वास्ते लेके आए हो? I said, मैं तो थोड़ा आदेश सीगा तो मैं लेके आया. So I don't think this is a terror case. This is a normal assassination case. Then, after a little bit of interaction, then I was released. But the question is, it seems it was a inter-sign party fight between Ben Singh and one of his juniors, and she had engaged a militant to kill him. This is what I learned from the interaction with the judge who asked me the question, because I cannot open the file. He had seen the file, he closed it back, sealed it, sent it back to me. So that is the way I knew it.
Your curiosity you didn't feel like.
I know, because it was not. It was a T branch file belonging to some other division. Nobody.
What is T branch file?
It's a top secret branch.
In the Ministry of Home Affairs.
In the Ministry of Affairs. So, and somebody else is supposed to be handling that. Is not my domain. T branch file of my domain I can see, but here L.C. Goyal sent me specifically instructing me, because he knew he used to send me as a man Friday that wherever there's a trouble, this man will go and solve it.
Okay, last question, because I've taken so much of your time. What is an important national security lesson that your life should teach us, and what it's taught you?
Integrity, rely on truth. And number two is, see, intelligence agencies, don't believe them. They are doing data mining day in and day out. See, data mining is a concept which IT has started. But they are doing it even without IT was not there.
With legwork.
It was just legwork. Third thing, one of the thing, when somebody said there is no internal security policy of India. Presently, I am seeing internal security policy in action. Hurriyat is demolished, Naxals is demolished, Northeast having a much more peaceful than now. Mizoram, there is no, Tripura National Volunteers finished, Meghalaya is peaceful, Nagaland IM and Nagaland K are now at peace with each other. Arunachal was always peaceful, Sikkim was peaceful, Assam is really taking it. In fact, the current pace of development, it is outpacing West Bengal. Now I hope Suvendu will take care of that. Having said that, these are all policy in action. They don't require a written policy for that. So this type of, when Prime Minister talks of Viksit Bharat, Swasth Bharat, Kaushal Bharat, I think the Prime Minister should also start announcing Surakshit Bharat. Yes, Punjab is a place which requires a little attention. Yes, Punjab is a place which requires a little attention. I have publicly offered my services. I would offer my services even otherwise. It has been conveyed to the Honorable Home Minister. Punjab, if it is resolved, and coasts are much more secure than what it was then. I'll give an example for that. Same 2611 was attempted on 31st December 2014, but it was repulsed by the Indian Coast Guard. So this government means internal national security in action. It is Surakshit Bharat. And that is what we should need sustain. We should be thankful to the political.
ओके गाइस, तो ये था हमारा मिस्टर ऑनरेबल आरवीएस मनी, जिनका पॉडकास्ट बहुत सुन के अच्छा लगा। तो आइए अब नेक्स्ट कोई पॉडकास्ट सुनते हैं।
दोस्तों, आज मुझे आप लोगों की मदद की जरूरत है। बच्चों के घर में पानी घुस गया है। पिछले
Demonetization happened 8th November 2016. 4th December 2016, Javed Khanini of Pakistan was found dead under suspicious circumstances in Karachi. Who was Javed Khanini? He was owner of the biggest fake Indian currency printing press in Peshawar.
Where did they get that currency print?
Better to ask Chidambaram ji.